Alright, hey everyone, and today I'm going to make a tutorial on how to make a Minecraft digital clock. This is part one. It's going to be really simple. We're just going to make this easy display here and a little bit of programming in the back. So let's get started. Okay, so if you're wondering why I have notice on is just because it's easier to use when you're building. So that's why I have notice. Um, I've only used it once for um, while in games. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get started. You're gonna take black wool because it contrasts the best with the lighting that the redstone lamps give off. So you're gonna take that and build a 3 by 3. So 3, 3, and 3. All right. So now you're gonna take your redstone lamps and you're gonna put them like this. And then you're gonna take black wool, put 2 on the edges like this, and build 3 up from that. And you pretty much get the natural gist of what I'm doing here, so you can go ahead and make your digital 8. But if you don't know how to do it and you're getting pretty complicated with it, you can just go ahead and follow along with what I'm doing. So you're just building a 3 by 3 square, like this. Like that, and then you have your 8. So we're going to decorate it. So let me actually make it time set day. Alright, so we're gonna put black lining around the edges. And let's make that. Alright, so now that we have lining around the edges, we're gonna just, I guess, go ahead and fill in this since it just makes it look better. Especially one night, because when you see through it, it doesn't look as good without this filling in it. So just fill it with black wool. It's easier and creative, so you don't have to collect all this black wool yourself. Um, yeah. Now we're gonna work off the back side. So whichever side you're displaying the numbers on, it's gonna be the opposite side from that. So we're gonna work on the back. So I guess this will be our back side, and we're gonna build 3 out. Sorry, 3 out like this. 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, 4 out like that. Sorry, okay, so we're gonna be 4 out like that, and you're gonna build 2 out like that, and 2 down. So 2 down like that. No, sorry, I have 3 out here. 2 down, like a little staircase. So like this. It should look like this. All right, now you're gonna do the same on this side. Dun dun. Okay. Now that you got that, we are going to build 2 out on this one instead of 4 on that one, and go down and build the other 2. So now that you have that done, on this side, instead of on this top side, instead of going down, we're gonna go up. So build 2 and then go up with it. Alright, there we go. And yeah, so we're gonna do that on this side again. Alright, so now what you're going to do, it's just pretty much a pattern. So 4 out like that. Alright, so now that you got your block lining or whatever you want to call it, we're going to power it. So we're just going to line each of these with redstone. I don't have the exact numbers of how much redstone you'll need if you're in survival, but I can assure you you're going to need a lot. And you're going to need a lot of blocks. Only about like half a stack of, not half a stack, but that's like 30 redstone lamps, I'm guessing off just what I'm looking at, but about 30 redstone lamps, stacks and stacks of redstone, because we're going to make a lot more of this. But anyway, so you're going to put 1 block under each of these. Sorry, let me scroll to it. My mouse is kind of It's being kind of glitchy with me today, so you're gonna put redstone torches under each of those, so it powers. These three rows right here, and we're gonna get to powering all these. So what you're gonna do to power all of those is first we're gonna put redstone repeaters like this, like that, like that. So you got that, and then a block at the beginning of it, and put a lever down right there. So now when we turn this off, all those turn off. Turn it back on, they turn back on. So that works. And now we build like this, break the middle one, and you're gonna do that about 4 times. So 2, 3, 4. Alright, so you got that. Now we put a redstone torch on each of these, and we're not gonna put one on the top. So we're gonna place a block on the edge of this, putting that there so we don't have to build anything else out. And we're gonna go up, oops, and then we're gonna go down, then up, and then down, and then up. So it should look like this. It should look something like this. And then we're gonna do a little pattern. So you see a redstone torch here. Instead of that, we're gonna put a repeater, and then a redstone torch. Powering that, repeater, redstone torch, powering that one, repeater, and a redstone torch powering that one. So now we're going to power this middle one. Since it's off and nothing is powering it, we are going to do the same thing we did here, but on this one. So we're going to go out, and then up, and then down. But we're not going to do it all the way across because it's completely unnecessary and might screw up some of the lining once we get far into this. So we're going to do repeater, redstone torch, and repeater, and that should power it. So we got all of these powered, and once we flip this switch, it should turn off. All of it should turn off. And when we flip it again, all of it should turn back on. So now that you have that, we're going to build out 9, or 8 actually, sorry. So this is the part that's kind of boring and is really easy. So what you're just going to do is build 8 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and copy all of this, but just spaced out 8. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So since there's one lever here, we're going to put 8 more. And we are going to put redstone torches across this whole thing. And we're just going to put repeaters here. And here, I'll put an annotation to skip to the part where I'm done with this, because speeding up videos on my computer, I mean, it doesn't really work. So I'll put an annotation right about now, and you can skip to the part where I'm done with this. So yeah. Oops. Alright, hey everyone, and I'm just finishing up this redstone lining, and so I'll show you what it should look like once I'm done with this top row. Alright, so it should look something like this. If it doesn't look like this, you did it wrong, and um, yeah, you're gonna have to rebuild this entire thing if you did it wrong. So it should look exactly like this, and what we're going to do now is program it. After the programming, I'll go ahead and end off the video, and then you guys can go to part 2 once it's done being made. So we're going to program this. Alright, so there are 9 numbers, actually 10 numbers. There are 10 numbers in a digital clock. There's 0 through 9, so that would be 10. So this would be 0, so we're going to turn all these off. And if you're thinking to yourself that this programming thing is going to be really hard, it's not. It's actually very simple. It's easy to catch on to once you get started with it. And yeah, so we're going to make 0. So this looks like an 8, and in order to make it look like a 0, we need to depower this middle row right here. So how are we going to do that? So this line is powering the middle, so what okay, so and then we're going to go to the first row of this, and then we're going to delete the the block that's powering the middle row. So that would be this repeater. So now it should look like a 0. So we're going to turn that off. Should turn everything off, turn it back on. It should display a 0 still. So I'm going to turn that on and turn the next one on and display a 1. So to display a 1, we're going to power these 2 rows. So we're going to have to power everything off on all the rest of the rows. So let's start off with this middle one and break this. Okay, so we got that. Let's go down to this row right here, and we're going to break this redstone torch. So that should power off those 2 rows. Let's power off this one now. It's that redstone torch, and hopefully you guys have caught on by now what I'm trying to get to you. So hopefully you guys caught on so that you can just go ahead and do everything on your own and you don't have to watch, but I'll do it anyway. Um, I'll also put an annotation to the part where I'm done programming if you guys already get it and you're just doing it on your own now. But yeah, so I just powered off all the rows but these 2, which should look like a 1. You guys can like edit the rows to look like whatever you want actually. This is my version of a 1. Some people like to power on that top row right there. But yeah. So we're gonna make 2. So to make 2, we just think in our minds what a 2 would look like on this, and we just make it. So 2 is these 2 rows, this row right here, which is that redstone torch, and this row up here should be powered off too. So right there. Alright, so this should look like a 2. Looks like a 2? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it looks like 2. Alright. Okay, so now we're going to make 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 3. It looks like these 2 rows right here, that one and that one, should be powered off. So we're going to delete that redstone torch and this one. So that one. Alright. So 3. Let's move on to 4. And so on and so forth. So this top one, for starters, should be powered off. Boop. Alright, there we go. And then these 2. So this one and the bottom one. Alright. So we got our 4 there. Now let's power that one. We're going to make our 5. So in order to make 5, we're just going to do a backwards 2. So instead of deleting these two, or unpowering them, depower, whatever you want to call it, we're going to depower these two. That one and this one. So we're going to go that one and whoa. Alright, and that one. Let me get rid of this notification real quick. There we go. Alright. So we got 5. Then 6, 7, 8. What? 6, 7, 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, I missed a row, guys. Alright, I screwed up a bunch. So, it's not that hard to fix. You just add another row. I'll do it last. So, let's just move on to our 6. 6. Can you guys hear that plane outside? That's loud. Alright, let's make our 6. So 6 would be this one powered off, and that's it. There we go. Now we got our 6. Let's move on to 7. And it's just a 1 with this top row on. So, we're going to delete these 4. So, that one. This one. The bottom one. Alright, we got the bottom one, and then we need this middle one to be powered off. So, let's get that out of the way. And we have 7. Now to 8, and then I'll make a 9th row. 8, actually, I'm stupid. 8 is everything powered on, so you don't have to worry about deleting any blocks for 8. And let me go ahead and make a 9th row. See, like that. Put that there. Put that there. Oops. Yeah, I'll put another annotation. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll put another annotation to where I'm done making the 9th row, which shouldn't be too far ahead. So, yeah, I'll put an annotation right about now, and you guys can go over there, and I'll be done with the 9th row. So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm back and I've made the ninth row. It took about a minute. Sorry. Sorry for forgetting that. It's really an inconvenience to you guys. So, now we're gonna program the ninth row. So, 9 should be, these four turned off. The bottom, no, sorry. It's just, these two turned off, sorry. These two. So we're gonna delete the back one and this one. Alright. We got 9. Alright. So now that we got all 9, we're gonna turn it all off and go cycle through 0 through 9. So I think we have 0 here. That's 0. Alright. Let me turn on fast sprint. Alright, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go ahead and go to 7. 7, alright. 8, what? Oops. 8. Should be right, yep. 8. And then 9. Alright, so we've programmed all of the numbers 0 through 9. So part 2 will be about programming them to cycle through all of them. So it's gonna cycle through seconds, or you can either program it to cycle through real seconds or Minecraft minutes. So I'll see you guys in part 2. See you later. Please subscribe.